What is going on, guys? It's Mr. Golden Sports. Welcome back to In-Depth Episode 2. Today we're looking at Team of the Week, Kam Chancellor, 91 overall. And I'm just showing this picture really quickly because the website I use to show the stats on him doesn't have a picture for him, which is kind of weird. But we're going to get into the next screenshot really quickly. Just wanted you to get a look at the official picture of his card before we got into the next screenshot. So if you guys are new at the series, we do some testing and we test out everything that you want to know about this player. And this episode might be quite long. It took me about 7 hours of testing to do this card. You will see me in multiple games, and the first time we did it, we were halfway through and I forgot to hit the record button, so we had to redo it over. So it took a total about 6 to 7 hours of testing to get this done for you guys. So hopefully you guys appreciate this, and it would really mean a lot if we could get some support. The Peyton Manning one almost got 1,000 likes, and that really means a lot to me. Lets me know that you guys enjoyed it. So here we go, in-depth episode 2. We're going to get into Kam Chancellor, so let's get into the next screenshot for you guys. Alright, so right here we're taking a look at his immediate stats. Basically, when you flip the card over, just the stats that EA want to show you about the card, you know, depending on your position. So he's got 88 speed, which is really, really good. 86 tackling, 69 press, 85 zone, 83 awareness, 78 play recognition, 65 man coverage, 86 agility. And he also has height of 6'3", which is always definitely a good thing. You know, when typically your safeties are going to be your last defenders defending the pass. So having that height is always a good thing. Helps him be able to try and bat down passes and jump balls and things like that. So now we're just going to go on ahead and jump into his last auctions. Let's see exactly what his prices has been going for recently. Right here, you're taking a look at his last 10 auctions on all of the consoles. It looks like a lot of the people on the PS4 really want this card. So what was really crazy about this card is when he first was released, he was going for about $430, $450 around there. Really, really, really expensive. And his price dropped considerably. Now you can get him for a good 180 to about 200K, as you can see here from his last 10 auctions. And he is going for around the same price that the 89 Kam Chancellor was going for before this card was released. 89 Kam Chancellor was going typically for about the same price, 180 to about 200, 215, somewhere around there. So when this card came out, it was extremely expensive. Now you can get a pretty good deal on it, anywhere between 186 to 200K. So now we're going to get into his auctions live as of when I started the video, and let's see what he's going for on the Xbox One side. Just as the last 10 transactions have said about him, going for about 180 to about 200K. That's what you can see here. Cheapest being 175, and then it kind of trickles upward to 181. Then it starts reaching to about the 200K range. So for the most part, you should expect to pay anywhere between 180 to about 200K for this card. And like I said, it's definitely dropped almost half of what it was when he came out on release. So now we're going to get a look at his more detailed attributes. Alright, so here's everything you want to know about this card. 88 speed, which we have went over, but you really want to look at the defensive side of things. When you got 86 tackle, 96 hit power, he's definitely somebody that can hit extremely hard. He has 91 pursuits, he has 63 power moves, 47 finesse move, 91 pursuit, play recognition at 78, man coverage at 65, zone coverage at 85, press at 69. Now, all these episodes are going to be pretty lengthy. This is an in-depth review of the player. So I go over everything from his speed to his hitting, his hit power, his catching, his block shedding, his pressing. How does he work against man-to-man against a receiver? How does he work man-to-man against a tight end? How does he work pressing a tight end? How does he work pressing a receiver? How does he, get off of the line? We go over everything, and this is the type of thing you can expect. So again, bear with me. I know it's a long episode, but a good 6 or 7 hours went into testing, and we have a really, really, really good review for you guys coming up. So now we're going to start by getting into a couple of live footage of testing that we went for you. Like I said, it took us several hours, but we got this done for you guys, so you guys can know absolutely everything you need to know about this card. After watching this video, you will know everything that this card can and cannot do. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Now we're going to get into the live footage and show you guys just what this card could do for you if you just so happen to pick them up. Okay, so first testing we want to show you guys is his sheer speed at 88. He is actually the third fastest elite strong safety in the game, only behind Eric Berry, Rashad Jones, and he's tied with Troy Polamalu. Right here, we just wanted to show you just him just rushing straight in. He actually had Stephen Gilmore and him kind of rushing in, just to give you a gist of the speed if you want to wind that. Right here, we got him lined up at corner just to show you the speed. Obviously, the receivers are faster, but as you can see, 94 Bruce, he kind of kept up with them. You know, he really has really good speed. Right here, I believe this is Vernon Davis with 90 speed, and again, he's just a tad slower right there. And he's definitely a safety with really good speed. Like I said, the third fastest elite safety in the game. Right here is Reggie Bush at 95 speed, and he wasn't that far behind. You know, really good speed. Now we're going to get into testing his catching ability. Now we're going to take a look at his catching rating, which is only a 63, which puts him dead last when it comes to strong safeties for elite tier. Now that right there is pretty low, considering his 89 overall card is an 83 catching as well, so he doesn't receive a catching boost. After throwing to him directly 10 times, a couple spots at the corner position, then we tried him at his natural safety position where you would traditionally have him. He only caught 3 out of 10 passes thrown directly to him, which is only 30%. So you can expect to get extremely frustrated with him in the passing game when it comes to defending passes. He will drop several picks. And again, we've done this testing twice. The first time we did not record, and we did do catching 2 times, and it was extremely low both times. So again, he is somebody that is going to be very frustrating to deal with. Don't expect him to catch everything. Expect him to drop more picks than, you know, average. Like if you look, we're just tossing up directly to him, and for the most part, he is dropping everything. Like I said, only catching 3 direct passes thrown right to him. So again, if you equip this card on your team, expect to have a lot of dropped interceptions. It's something you have to deal with considering his catch rating is so low. Now we're going to check out his man-to-man. Okay, so here we're doing some testing, doing some man-to-man and press rating. He is going to be in the left slot. We have him working against a wide receiver and then a tight end, switching it. Now, I think it would be unfair for me to do this testing with somebody with very low route running, very low speed, and to kind of make him seem better than what he is. So I feel like it was really good to put him against the top tier competition. That way you guys can really see what he's capable of. His man-to-man rating, not the best. His press is the second highest out of elite strong safeties. But other than that, my suggestion is you really do not want to have this man in any type of man-to-man coverage. He got beat pretty bad off of every single play. Now his press is decent, so worst case scenario, if he is on the field and you are, let's say, blitzing and you have to man him up against somebody, make sure it's not a tight end. He does not do well against receivers. Your best bet is to make sure he is pressing against a tight end, because that is your best bet for him to try and stay with him. He's not going to stay with them, but he might jam him at the line just long enough for your pressure to come in. Again, you're much better subbing him out if you're going to blitz, or if you're going all out man-to-man with no over-the-top safety help and the safety is manned up on somebody. Your best bet is to sub him out just to put a receiver in. Again, his pressing is decent, but other than that, he pretty much got torched on every single rep. Avoid man-to-man coverage at all times. Now let's see how he does without a press. Now we're showing him man-to-man coverage with no press, and it just got worse. You do not want to have him in a man-to-man situation. Again, I think it's best to show it against better receivers, because the last thing I want to do is put him up against a bronze card and you think he's a beast at coverage, and then you go up against somebody with a good team and you try to man him up, and then it just doesn't work. So for the most part, the only thing he was able to do successfully is no jamming streaks. Right there, he jammed, and he got jammed pretty well, but he got outran. Right here, the next play, he wasn't jamming, he was off ball, and he protected the streak pretty well. So that's pretty much your safe bet in man-to-man. That's pretty much the only thing he was able to stop is an unpressed streak. Now let's take a look at his tackling. Okay, so right here is where we really wanted to do most of the testing, because this is why you go get a Kam Chancellor, for his hit power and his tackling ability. His tackling at 86 and his hit power at 96, that right there makes him the hardest hitting, most accurate tackling, elite strong safety in the game. Now we went ahead and went into detail with testing on him being able to tackle. We've tried running straight into him with Emmitt Smith. We tried spinning. We tried juking, double juking, stiff arming, just to see how he was able to react to these type of moves with both Emmitt Smith and Reggie Bush. A power back and a speed back. That way you know what you're getting. For the most part, he was extremely accurate. He did struggle with the spin a few times, but for the most part, he was going on ahead and able to tackle extremely effectively. Not only that, if you count the amount of hit sticks he had, after doing the testing, he did his own hit stick. Again, we're letting the computer do him. We're not manually doing anything with him. He had a hit stick percentage of over 30%. And that right there is extremely big. That is why you go get a Kam Chancellor, because he has the opportunity to make big turnovers happen. Now look how accurate he is. I'm trying everything I can. I'm trying stiff arms, jukes, double jukes, trucking him. He is just extremely accurate. Right there's the hit stick. At 30% CPU hit sticks, he is going to be able to eventually cause turnovers, and that's why you go get him right here. He's absolutely destroying Reggie Bush. Right here, I'm trying everything. Right there's a fumble, and I'm trying to juke. I'm trying spins. I'm trying everything I could do to get away from him. But for the most part, he was extremely accurate. He only missed a handful of tackles. So he is somebody you could rely on, that when you have somebody running towards him, he's going to be able to make a tackle. And not only that, 30% of the time, he's going to make a big hit and possibly cause a turnover for you, even an injury. Right now, we are testing his zone defense and awareness. His zone defense at 85 makes him the highest elite strong safety in the game as of now, and his awareness makes him second highest elite strong safety. So right here, we're just trying random zones, purples, yellows, light blues, just to see how he reacts. And if you pay attention to him on the right side of the field, you will notice that he does an excellent job of playing underneath. He does a really good job. If you put him in yellow or purple or light blue, he has the awareness to stay with the route. Like right there, he was transferring over towards the left and then let go, came back towards the right, excuse me. He does an excellent job of playing underneath. The only issue we had with him when we were doing this testing is that he doesn't do very well against the streaks. He gets beat over the top right there. He didn't do anything. Deep blues again right here. He just backpedals way too often, and it kind of got himself out of position. So if you're going up against somebody pretty quick, you might want to back him up a little bit in fear of the streak, because we were able to get ourselves a couple of streaks off. You know, he played it pretty decently, but for the most part, he plays underneath really, really well. Yellows, light blues, purples extremely well. You know, if it's like a third or 17 or something like that, definitely back him up. Give him a little more of a step, because he tends to backpedal a little too much. He does very good against jump balls in the end zone, as you see right there. Like right here, if the cornerback didn't save him, he would have got beaten again. That's the only issue, is getting beat over the top of streaks. But for the most part, he does a very good job underneath. All right, so to wrap things up, we just want to see how he did in the run game. I just ran random run plays, and we selected random defenses. And it's no surprise that out of the 6 or 7 plays that we chose to run, he was there for more than half of the tackles, including a huge hit stick fumble coming up. So he does really, really, really good in the run. You know, he does have some block shedding issues, but his pursuit is highest when it comes to strong safety at elite. So he's going to choose the right angle, and he's going to be able to attack very well against the run. And that's why you get this card. Okay, so if you guys made it this far in the video, it took a lot of work to get this video done. As you guys can see, it took us over 3 games to hop in to try and get footage of tackling, speed, block shedding, awareness, zones. We went through everything we could think of. So if you guys made it this far, please represent that, hit that like button. It would really mean a lot, man. A lot of hard work and dedication goes into these things, just so you guys can know what it is you're getting into, if you're interested in getting the card or not. Now, my overall review is I have this card, and he does very good in like I said, short zonage. So if you put him in yellow, you have to put these players in positions to succeed. And after testing, after playing with him myself, he tends to backpedal too much. So he does get beat over the top pretty often, even though he shouldn't. But just through the testing alone and through gameplay, you'll see that he gets caught backpedaling. And once the ball is in the air, it's already too late, even though he has really good speed and he has good height. he just tends to backpedal too much because he's so good at playing underneath, you know. So again, if you're facing somebody with fast receivers and you're playing 2-man under, or cover 2 or anything like that, definitely give him a little bit more space, back him up a little bit just to prepare for the streak. If all he's playing is a deep blue, back him up just a little bit, because he tends to backpedal just a little more than what he should. But if you play a cover 3, or maybe any type of zone, or put him in a yellow or purple if you're blitzing, he does extremely well on underneath routes. His awareness does really good for picking up anybody that's around his area. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that well for streaks, and his catching is extremely low. He drops a lot of interceptions, but you don't get this card to, Randy Moss focus on defense. You get him because he's a playmaker. He puts himself in the position to make plays. He big hits over 30% of the time by computer hit sticks. That's huge. They really took out the hit sticks compared to like last year, where the computers don't really hit stick that often. This card will lay wood. Over 30% of the time, he is going to give you a CPU big hit, and that's big. Ever since I traded Rashad Jones for him, he's causing way more turnovers. He's helping me with the run extremely well. And when I blitz and I put him in a short zone, he does really well. He reacts great. But avoid man-to-man. He's not good. If for whatever reason you man-to-man, make sure it's pressing against the tight end. That's your best chance to succeed. But nonetheless, man, that's my review on the card. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Next week, or whenever I decide to do another one, I'm not sure, we're going to go in-depth on 91 J.J. Watt. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Again, it takes a lot of time. It took me like 3 hours just to edit this thing, so it would really mean a lot, man, if you guys made it this far to hit that like button. It would mean a lot to me. Hopefully you guys enjoy. It's your boy GS, and we're signing out. Peace.